All right, let's wrap up the last 5 rounds of this fight. I'm not going to go into anything, any teaching parts. I'm just going to jump right into the bout. If you want some rules explanations and how to set up, check out the earlier videos. If something new comes up in these last 5 rounds, I will call it out, or if there's any special power blow. So we're in the eighth round, and there are 9 exchanges, starting with Povetkin. He starts out with a 14. That's good for him, 2 points. That puts his running total scored against Bonavena at 20. He needs 24, 2 times 12, to get to a second level of declining ability for Bonavena. Povetkin retains control with an 8. That's a moves in half point. He's at 20.5 points and controls. That 7 is a miss. Bonavena with a 6, lunge for half a point. Since he scored, he goes again. 11 is a miss. Back to Povetkin. Povetkin 15, miss. Bonavena 13, that's a 1 point. He is now at 22.5. 30 would be the next cutoff point for Povetkin's TKO resistance. Here we have a 16 for Bonavena. He's not subject to any reducing there, so he scores 2 points and holds on to control. 23, 24.5 he's at. Bonavena with 11, misses. Povetkin 9, misses. Nine for Bonavena, nothing. $16 for Povetkin. That would be a 2, but subject to his power reduction because of Bonavena's B defense. That's only going to score him 1 point. That's 18, 21.5 points, but he will use an exchange and keep control. A 10, he does not have a control round for this rating. A control rating for this round, sorry. 15 for Bonavena, nothing. Povetkin, 14, scores a big 2 points. Oh, that puts him at 23.5. He needs a half point to bring Bonavena down another notch. Will he get it here? A 15 is a miss. He will not. And that's the end of 8 rounds. A little bit of an edge there to Povetkin. He scored 5.5 points, so he's at 23.5. 1 more half point. And Povetkin, or Bonavena, is 21 plus 3.5 is 24.5. Slight lead overall. We're going to go to the 9th inning now. There's only 6 exchanges in the 9th inning. Leading with Povetkin. 11, nothing. Bonavena with a 5, nothing. Povetkin, 13, scores a point. That'll do it. So that puts him at 24.5. That will bring this resistance down another level from 17 to 16. 2/3. Povetkin retains control with a 12, nothing. Bonavena with a 7. He waits, gets a half a point for that. A little bit of strategy. 13, point for Bonavena. 24.5, 25, 26 he's at. And he retains control. Bonavena with a 9, nothing. Povetkin with a 6, nothing. Bonavena, 13, scores a point. And he'll close out this round. With an 8, that's a blank. So this round, only 1 point for Povetkin. He goes to 24.5 here against Bonavena. Bonavena scored 2.5. That's 27 now. He only needs 3 more points to bring Povetkin down a full 1, 2, 3/3, and then some magic will happen there. So we're going to go to the 10th round. Back to 9 exchanges for the 10th round, starting with Povetkin. 11, nothing. Bonavena, 13, scores a point. That brings him to 28. Against. He retains control. 9 is a miss. Povetkin, 8, moves in. He gets half a point. Up to 25. It's going to be 36 before he gets Bonavena down. I don't know if he'll get that done before this fight ends. 11 is nothing. Oh, Bonavena has a very interesting roll with a 17. So he's definitely going to get 1 point. So that's going to give him 27, 28, 29. And then there's a possible cut. So we're going to have to roll again and look on Povetkin's defensive side to look for a cut. That would be on a 12, 14, or 17. 11, he dodges out of the way of that. But Bonavena still scores a point and retains control. Bonavena, 9, nothing. Povetkin, 5, nothing. Bonavena, 9. Povetkin, 5. These are all nothing. All right, so 14 for Bonavena. He's going to score 2 points for sure. And since he has not knocked down Bonavena yet, or knocked down Povetkin yet, this N1 is still active. So we're going to roll and look on Povetkin's defensive side. And if he rolls a 13, 14, or 15, Povetkin will be knocked down. Instead, he rolls an 8, and he misses. But this is enough here, 27, 28, 29, 31 points. That is going to bring him down 10, 20, 30 points. That will bring his TKO resistance down to 12. And let's take a look at the chart for what that means. So what that means is at the 1/3 part, Povetkin's power reduction is 33% now. He would have a 3, 6 to 9 chance of missing even if he landed a knockout blow. His offensive power rating is going to go down. It's currently a C. It's going to go down to a D. We don't worry about strategy factors, and we already did TKO resistance. So what does that mean that it went down to a D? First, we'll mark that on the score sheet. I put these over here. So we're going to look at... Oh, sorry, I didn't need to move that. Because the chart we're going to look at is right here. The PowerPoint's adjustment chart. So now he has an offensive D against Povetkin's, or Povetkin has an offensive D against Bonavena's defensive B. So now, in addition to losing that point on 16, he's going to lose a point on 4 and a point on 17. So we'll just mark that on the score sheet over here. -4, -17. So he's really tiring out now. So you can see this is one of the big parts to wear your opponent down and then having a good TKO rating. Now, keep in mind, if he had started with a 15, he would be tired out a lot sooner. All right, so Bonavena landed that last round. He's going to stay in control. 8 and 5 is 13. That scores him another point. I'd say Bonavena looks to have this fight well in control now with 2 rounds to go, but some surprise could happen. Another 13 is another point. He is got him against the ropes, it looks like. And Bonavena finishes out the round with an 11, which is nothing. So, big round there. Povetkin only scored half a point to go to 25. And Bonavena scored 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. He's up to 33. He may even get to 40 before this fight's over, which would reduce Povetkin yet again. Round 10, or round 11, 2 rounds to go, 7 exchanges. Povetkin still leads this, though. Oh, one other factor I forgot to mention is once you reach this 3/3, I wrote this in on mine, but in the zip file that's currently up for download on Board Game Geek and on Delphi forums, I've updated the chart to include this, but since he's lost 3/3, Bonavena is going to get a +1 control rating every round for the rest of the bout. So it's like as if he had a C +1 for 11 and 12. That means if Bonavena rolls this diamond symbol, he'll get to keep control. He won't score any points, but he'll keep control. Start with Povetkin. He still leads. So he gets a 4. That would be 2 points, but because of his reduction, it's only 1 point. But there is a possible injury. And the defensive roll for Bonavena is a 12. We would have needed a 14 or a 15 for that injury to happen. So no injury, but Povetkin retains control. He's at 26 points. 6, nothing. Eight and 6 is 14. That's 2 points. And Bonavena is going to try again for that knockdown. 13, 14, 15 will need. 11. He can't quite get him. I forgot if I moved the exchange or not. I'm going to say I did not. But he did score 2 points, so he retains control. 6 is lunges. That's a half a point. He's at 35.5 against him. 15, that's a miss. $11 for Povetkin, nothing. Bonavena 12, nothing. Povetkin 6. Bonavena nothing with a 5. Miss with a 9. And Bonavena will end the round with a 10. It doesn't matter here because it would use an exchange anyway. But if it happened earlier in the round, it would have moved down an exchange. That would have been his one control rating that he had. All right, so we're at 35.5 and 26. Final round. Round 12 only has 6 exchanges in it, with Povetkin going first. Povetkin with a 6. Nothing. $12 for Bonavena. Nothing. Povetkin 15. Nothing. Bonavena 9. Nothing. Povetkin 9. Nothing. Bonavena 12. These guys must be pretty gassed by now. Povetkin 10. He does not have a control, so the turn will pass back to Bonavena. Bonavena 11. Povetkin again gets a 10, nothing. Bonavena's last chance to get a point here. Not. 6 and 3 is 9. And Povetkin will end the round. Will he score a point? He will not, so nobody scores in that final round. All right, so that is our full 12 rounds of boxing. I'm going to come back with another video to explain the judges' scoring, since we do not have a decision. Right now, I would see this generally as being 1 round, 2, 3, 4, 4 rounds and an even against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm thinking it's 7-4-1, something like that. We'll see how that scoring goes. I think this fight will be a decision for Bonavena, probably a unanimous decision. And I'll explain both the standard data boxing scoring and the chart that Tony Zeppetto has out there, which I included in the zip file as Appendix B. So the next video will cover scoring this bout and coming up with a final score. Thanks.